Alrighty, so some of the content you guys are about to watch has been filmed a few weeks ago, so it's a little bit, there probably should have been 2 episodes, but there was one particular day where I finished up, I think I did the programming, which will be the first part of this video. I did the programming and setup of the airbags in that Malu, and then I put some coilovers in a VE and fixed a broken wheel stud. But yeah, I didn't record any talking. I just got to work, that was like the day before I left, and just was smashing out work. So yeah, there's no talking about that, so I thought I'd quickly just jump in here and tell you guys what was going on, because you'll watch that bit and then it'll start the second part of the episode, which is all good. There's all of the vocals and all of the stuff's normally recorded after that. But yeah, so I've been busy doing the reno since I got back, doing the reno in this office, which has come up really cool. I'll show you guys a bit of a clip of that while I'm talking. And then I've also renovated the shop as well. So yeah, been renovating here, been renovating the shop, also went away. So yeah, the last month's been pretty hectic, and I've just been trying to figure out a few things with the brand and how I want to guide it and what I want to do. So yeah, I'm going to be reducing how much I'm at the shop. I'm going to spend a bit more time here, and obviously still working my construction job. So yeah, I'm just really trying to set this up as a place for me, which is why I haven't filmed a lot of what I've done here in here, and I was going to film more of me working on my own cars, but at this point I'm not 100% sure whether I will do that or won't do that. I might show you guys bits and pieces, but mostly this is probably just going to be a spot for me to be able to be by myself and enjoy myself and not have to have the stresses of filming and all that sort of stuff. So it's more just like a creative space. I'll come back here, edit videos, work on my own stuff, you know, that sort of thing. I think if I'm going to be working on one of my own cars for content, I'll take it out to the shop. Think about getting a pool table for here, because the car doesn't really need to be that far forward, the one that's parked here. So I was like, you probably could pull it a little bit further back and actually have a pool table in here as well. But I mean, I'll probably just be playing pool by myself. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd just quickly give you guys quickly, I say quickly, it's been a few minutes, but yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update, what's been going on, what goes with the start of this video, because we're kind of just going to jump into a few cars getting done. Like I said, the Malu, the bags, and the coilovers in that VE HSV, quite a few HSVs, and then it'll jump into the second part of the episode, which will be as per normal, where I talk about each job. But anyway, let's get into it. just got back from being away, and today's the first day back at the shop. So I've had to make heaps and heaps of phone calls. I have been on the phone non-stop all day. It's currently 3:30. So yeah, I'm back finally on top of all the calls and messages and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, ready to get back into work. Unfortunately, I was meant to be working on this for the last couple of hours, so I'm on my back foot. But anyway, we're redoing the airbag setup in this, because this come in for me to remove the airbag strut so he could get a roadworthy, put it in his name. That's been done. So now we're going to put the airbag struts back in, but I also want to neaten up the airbag kit, because it's got, the back of the car is just terrible. There's just shit everywhere, and it's all really loose. The kit's really loose, and then it has an airline that runs up next to the exhaust the whole way under the car. It's melting, about to fall apart, which runs to a second tank in the engine bay. This kit is ridiculously noisy at the moment because it's so loose, so it's just, everything's vibrating really bad. His exhaust is dinted and it's been patched up, so we're going to rip this exhaust off it, and then we've got another X-Force exhaust that he supplied to go back on it, and then we've also got, we're going to be supplying and fitting some front coilovers into it, and then and the guards have been rolled by someone else, but they haven't done it properly. So we're going to fix the guard rolling, redo the airbag setup, coilovers in the front, and change the exhaust over on this thing. And then that's done. Then we've got a fair few other cars coming in over the weekend for more work as well. So yeah, I really wanted to have this mostly done tonight. But he's not too worried if he doesn't get it back this weekend, which is good, because that's why I put it on this back hoist. Because at least the other jobs that come in, I might have to jump off this, back and on and off this a few times over the weekend. But yeah, I do want to smash it out as much as possible. I'd like to still get it done in a timely manner. Then we're doing a bit of a revamp of the shop. So a fair bit of stuff's going on at the moment. I've been toying with the idea of editing from home. Means I'm going to be at the shop less, which I'm less accessible to people, but I've realised that that's probably a good thing. Because I'm trying to be a YouTuber, not a workshop. There's no real means for me to be here more often, because I was like, oh, I have to be there, got to be in the reception, you know, people want a price on a quote or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm only trying to book in a day and a half of work a week here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be ripping down this wall. That's all going to go. And then we're going to be pulling the showroom apart. And the showroom's going to become another workshop space for grinding and welding and stuff like that. And then that way, at least it's away from the cars. And then I should be able to get some better shots, and I'll be able to get the camera in better spots for filming. And it'll really open up the workshop. So we're going to be doing that. And then I've just bought new flooring. The guy that's meant to be doing my flooring in my shed at home just keeps mucking around. So I went this morning to Bunnings and bought some flooring. I'm just going to do it myself, because then once I get the flooring done, I can move my, not my office that's in there, I'm not moving it, but I'm going to use the stuff from in there to help me fit out my office at home. And then I've got a couch and TV and stuff up here that I bring here years ago, never sit on. So I'm going to be taking all that home as well to set up the man cave at home. So yeah, I'm going to set up that very much as like my own space and editing and all that sort of stuff. So that way I'm with my animals and I'm outside of here. And then basically I'll only be coming here to do actual work, which I think will be better, because then I'm not going to get distracted with messages and phone calls and stuff, because really that should all be dealt with, because I'm not going to have a computer here to do all that sort of stuff. So that'll have to be done outside of here, which will help me focus on just being on the tools when I'm here, getting stuff done, creating content that I can put together for you guys to watch. I've been working here way too much because I work construction, and this, I really can't be working on the tools all the time. And it was, yeah, starting to get to me a lot. You know, I just overcommitted myself to a lot too much work, and it started to get really way too busy, and I'm not about it. So I don't mind working a lot, but you know, when you start getting over 80 hours a week on the tools, it's a bit much. So anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we have a VY out the front that has been dropped off. It's had the guards rolled, but not very well. So I just figured while I'm doing the guards on this thing and my head's in it, I'm going to bring that in and do the guards on that, so that way that's one job out the way, ready to go. Then I have another car coming in tomorrow. I think it's another VE to put bags in the back. The bag kit's already in there. I've just got to put them back in the car and then put an exhaust on it. And then we've got a Ranger coming in for a diff drop and a tail shaft drop that we did a lift kit on. No idea when it would have been for you guys, but it was a couple of weeks ago for me. Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll do the VY, and then I'll be jumping back onto this VE for a little bit until I get my cars tomorrow, and then I'll be working on them, and then I'll jump back on this. But yeah, I am still hoping that I can have everything finished up by tomorrow night, but it'll really depend on how the other jobs go. But anyway, let's get in this VY. Alrighty, so we've nearly finished up the exhaust on this thing. I've got it all bolted up there. I've just got to fine tune the exhaust tips. I'm being a bit fussy about it, but I want to get them tucked right up there without being too tight. But we're going to jump off this now. We've got another SS out the front that's come in. I've got to put some bags in the back of it and put an exhaust system on it and then get that out. And then we've got another car getting dropped off shortly that's getting a diff drop. So I'd say I'm going to jump on this the other SS, get that job done by that time. Hopefully the other car's here. And then we'll do that car, and then once they're both done, we'll jump back onto this. I might have one more car actually coming in for a guard roll as well. Yeah, I think the other car's coming in tomorrow, so yeah, that might probably not be till now. So we'll get these other two cars done, jump back onto this for the rest of the day. Hopefully by the end of the day we can have this done. Worst case scenario, I am here tomorrow because I've got another guard roll coming in. But also tomorrow we're going to be doing a heap of demo work, getting all of this stuff pulled apart so that we can start opening up this workshop, move some more stuff home, and yeah. So anyway, let's get on. we've finished up with the other cars for the day. So now we've got this Ranger, and I'd like to knock this over tonight before I go home, because then that's another job out the way. Then all I got to do tomorrow is guard rolling, and then we can focus on the demo work here, getting the shop under control. But yeah, I'll see how I go. I pretty much, once I start this job, I'm kind of committed. I can't really leave until I'm done, and I'd like to just knock it over. I don't think it's going to be ultra difficult. It's mainly, putting a diff drop and tail shaft spacers in just to reset the geometry of the everything, because when you put a lift kit in these things, it throws everything out, especially your CVs, but it's good to do the tail shaft as well. But yeah, there's this angled block that comes with it. I remember in my Colorado, it's been nearly 10 years since I did that one, but I remember there being a block or something like that that was an absolute bastard to get in. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about opening this job up, because once it's on the hoist, it kind of needs to get done before I go home. Yeah, anyway, wish me luck. Let's get into it.
Can you imagine floating weightless, like a satellite in the black sky? I dream about things way beyond this atmosphere. Like if I was an astronaut, I definitely wouldn't still be here. I dream about things way beyond this atmosphere. Can you imagine floating weightless, like a satellite in the black sky? Can you imagine floating weightless, like a satellite in the black sky? I dream about things way beyond this atmosphere.
Alright, so I'm back. I finished that Ranger last night. That's good to go. I didn't really film a lot of what I was doing on that car because it was so dark at night time. It's hard to film without lights, and I was just too tired to be moving cameras and lights around the whole time while I was working. So I just smashed it out. Got out of here just before midnight. Today I've got another car coming in just to get a basic guard roll, so that won't take very long. But then apart from that, we're doing some demos. Yeah, we're going to be pulling down this pallet racking. This whole wall's going. All of this stuff's got to get moved. I'm about to just start, like while I'm waiting for this car to get dropped off, I'm going to start moving everything I can out of the way. So I'll get rid of everything off that wall. I'm going to move those racks. I'm going to move those racks into here, into the storeroom. So I'm going to screw them up on this wall, and then they can be in here, because then this is where my new little hidden storeroom is. Then we'll have all of the stuff on this wall. I was going to redo this. I was trying to decide what to do with the shop, whether I make it more of a proper retail shop and yeah, all that sort of stuff. But then I need to continue to remind myself that I'm a YouTuber, not a workshop. So that's exactly what we're not going to do. So all of this stuff that's on this wall here, I'm going to move onto this wall here. And then this glass cabinet's going to go. I'm going to put this in storage back at home for now. I was thinking about selling it, but they're hard to get. When I needed to get that, they're actually hard to get. So I think it's worth keeping just in case I end up wanting to use that. I was going to sell this wheel rack, but again, I think I'm actually going to set that up in my shed back at home, because I reckon it'll actually look pretty cool. And then yeah, the rest of this is all gonna, the droid's going back at home. I'm going to use this to build my new desk in my man cave. And then yeah, all the clothing and stuff's going to get taken apart, because this is basically, it's very cool looking still, but this is going to become my little fab room. So obviously this wall won't exist anymore, but yeah, I'm going to set this up so that this is just for like making brackets and cutting metal and stuff like that in here, so it's away from the cars. And then also because we're not going to have this wall right behind me here, we're going to be able to get better angles of the cars and stuff while I'm trying to film. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Right, so the shed is an absolute bomb site. We got that, what did I do yesterday? Yes, we did that Commodore, the guards on that Commodore. I thought it was coming in for a basic roll, but it actually was coming in for a full package, so it took a lot longer than I thought it would, which was just fine. It's all money. But yeah, I just got a little bit less done than I wanted to yesterday. We actually did pretty well considering. Yeah, I've made an absolute mess at this end of the shop, but how cool is this? Look how open this is now. Right. So this wall that was here is all gone, which has just freed up all this space. So like when it comes to filming, like I'm going to be able to get so many more angles and stuff, which is going to be awesome. It's going to definitely help the vlogs out, be able to bring a new edge to the channel. Also, obviously with that, it's going to be the shop at home. So with this move, this will pretty much finish up this shop. As far as what I want to do, I'm going to have to get this tidied up today. I don't know if I'll get everything finished. I want to try and get this tidied up today, and then from then I'm going to be working on my shed at home for the next week or two, in amongst normal work. But yeah, and then once that's done, I know I've got my office all set up and I can start editing videos again. Then I'll be working between the two places, which will be good for me. It's going to make me a little bit less accessible for you guys because I'm only going to be here a couple days a week. It'll be, you know, I'll be here sporadically, but basically I'll only be here to work. So when I'm here, I'll have stuff to do. I won't be here editing videos and stuff. I just found that when I was here editing videos, that people would come in and they'd, you know, obviously they're like, oh, what are you up to today? And you tell them you're editing a video. They don't take it that seriously, and they're happy to take up more of your time, which I really struggle with because I don't have much of it. Whereas I find if I'm working on a car, I can say, hey, I'm just working on this car, I'm going to get back to it. And people seem to understand that a little bit more. There's that factor, and then it's obviously just going to be a lot nicer editing videos from home. I can finish my construction job, go home, have a shower, jump in the shed, put the fire on, and edit videos for the night. Whereas here, I'd say work on the tools all day, be filthy, then I'd have to come here, edit videos for a few hours, and then go home, and it just makes you feel a lot crapper, especially on the really cold or really hot days working out in construction. You really want to get home and have a shower. So this is going to be my new fab area. Pretty bloody fancy looking welding area, but that's only because it was my showroom. But anyway, it's going to do the job good. Yeah, this is now the storeroom for bits and bobs. So you got like suspension waiting to be put in, or bits that we've bought out of cars. There's just random stuff from my construction things that I have. Like we do have a shed for construction, but these are my personal stock. And then all of the cabinets are on that wall have now been moved here. So Cuzzy yesterday did all those, which has come up really awesome. And then I'm just going to get I want to get another one of these ones, probably that one, but maybe the one below it. I'm not sure. I have to think about it a bit more. Just for airbag fittings, because I'm starting to do obviously more and more airbag kits. So I want to have heaps of fittings on site because I don't actually buy kits. I put my own kit together. Like I shouldn't say I don't buy kits, because I do buy kits, but then I don't use the stuff out of the kits. I change it all out. So a lot of the times I'll get all the fittings and I'll put the fittings on the shelf and put my own fittings in there. And then obviously I'm always making my own brackets and things like that. A lot of the times I don't use the tanks. I can use my own tanks, just things like that. So I want to have that all set up nice and easy to access. Yeah, but anyway, I've sort of jibber-jabbered on it a little bit, and I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update of what's been going on at the shop. Yeah, and this is the big reason that I haven't posted a video for a month. I did go away, which was 9 days, and then as soon as I got back, I decided I wanted to just hit this and just get it done. So the only way to get extra time is to not edit videos, because that takes me 20 or 30 hours a week. So that's given me this time to be able to do all this sort of stuff and get this shop just bang, knock it over, and then we can get straight back to weekly uploads. But anyway, let's get into it.